God bless you on this Good Friday as we continue our focus on the theme, being content with my weakness because of Jesus. And even as we think about Jesus dying on the cross, we understand that we too must deal with our own death. Throughout the Lenten season, we've been thinking about St. Paul's words in 2 Corinthians chapter 12. My grace, Jesus says, is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. And today I would like to suggest, made perfect even in the weakness of our own death, that God's grace shines. The Passion account of Jesus is full of all kinds of graphic sufferings for Jesus. The beatings, the whippings, the mocking, having to carry his own cross, the crown of thorns embedded on his head, and finally, we get to the crucifixion itself. Many have endeavored to dissect all of those things from a biological, medical perspective, but we can summarize them all by saying, because of those injuries, life was leaving the body of Jesus. Yet it's significant for us to understand today on this Good Friday that Jesus' life was not being taken from him. Instead, Jesus was giving his life. I share with you some words of John chapter 10 where Jesus said, "For this reason the Father loves me, because I lay down my life, that I may take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have the authority to lay it down, and I have the authority to take it up again. This charge I have received from my Father." That same thing can't be said about the thief who is dying on the cross next to Jesus. You know, there were the two men, the one hurling insults at Jesus, the other one defending Jesus. That man defending Jesus was having his life taken from him. The Romans were crucifying him for some crime, we don't know what. But still, his life was being taken from him. There was a hopelessness, a helplessness that he had in that moment. But in that desperation moment, he turns to the one hanging on the middle cross, Jesus, and says, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." Physical weakness, sickness, and death is the ultimate signature of our own weakness of sin. And yet we are not without hope, because Jesus is our hope. Our hope is on Jesus, who was lifted up on that tree, so that through his crucifixion he might draw all people to himself. And it was with that in mind that the Apostle Paul wrote in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, "The sting of death is sin, and the power of sin is the law. But thanks be to God, who gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ." So Jesus could turn to the one dying next to him on the cross and say to him, "Today you will be with me in paradise." Why? Because through Jesus' death, he was destroying death. And that same hope is ours. No matter how devastating death might seem to be for us, Jesus says to us, "You will be with me in paradise."